Hello and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Aileen Senpai, and today we're going to be going back to the Cranberries. It's been honestly way long overdue. I've gotten so many requests for the song Linger, so that's where we're heading today. If there's another one you'd like me to check out by them, as always, let me know in the comments below. Or if there's another artist you want me to feature, I would also love to continue adding to our amazing, beautiful ride we've had with music. But one thing I do remember, I know it's been quite some time, but listening to the Cranberries, the only thing that just I remember feeling was just so moved. It was honestly a very touching, a very heartbreaking song, but I was moved by her voice. It's something that I've honestly not been too familiar with. You all educated me on the vocal technique she uses, and I just feel like it's just something so rare. It's something, like when you hear something for the first time and it's something that is just kind of like out of this world. That's kind of what that felt like. And I am so excited to continue to, listen to some more of that. Thank you for the recommendations. I'm rambling. So, with that being said, let's get started with today's video.
If you could return, don't let it burn, don't let it fade. I'm sure I'm not being rude, but it's just your attitude. It's tearing me apart, it's ruining every day. I swore I would be true, and honey, so did you. So why were you holding her hand? Is that the way we stand? We're lying all the time. Was it just a game to you? But I mean so deep. You know I'm such a fool for you.
Hmm.
You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? Oh, I thought the world of you. I thought nothing could go wrong, but I was wrong. I was wrong.
Hmm. It's like so many. I love that the little techniques that she does with her singing. It's like she's like layering and adding so much different textures. It's like when you eat something like I don't know how else to explain it. You have this delicious salad and there's crunchy, there's savory, there's salty, there's like sweet. There's so much going on, and you're feeling all these different sensations all at once. Her voice is a beautiful vocal salad. I don't know how else to explain that. There's just so many layers, there's so much to it. It's not simple at all. If you listen to it, you might think, oh, there's nothing going on. There's no crazy solos, there's no crazy. But if you really listen to it, there's, beautiful choir, or I don't know if it's her, or it sounds like a choir. They're kind of like, yeah, adding some nice harmonies, the drums keeping a nice little tempo as well. I feel like we got some bassy notes in there as well. And her voice, she does this beautiful, beautiful, just takes you like up and down, up and around, all these loops, all these corkscrews, all over this roller coaster. And you're just, and it's interesting because you're listening to the lyrics and it's honestly very heartbreaking. It almost feels like someone keeping us like on the tip of their fingers, and they know that whatever they do to us, we're always going to come crawling back to them. And we've all been there. I've definitely been on the receiving end of that. It's not a great feeling, but it's weird because even though that lyric is a little sad, it's when you listen to her voice, it's almost like a nice, like soothing, like it's gonna be okay for those who have, are able to resonate with those lyrics where she's singing about. It's weird. It's like she's soothing us, coddling us, swaddling us, and making us feel like it's gonna be all right. But so many different layers in this song. We're 2 minutes in, and I am just, I am so impressed. It almost feels like also with the strings, it feels like we're being whisked away, like you're on this cloud, kind of watching yourself listen to this. Very interesting how they can do that to you, make you feel like otherworldly, like you're just being whisked away, like you're floating almost. I feel like that's a good representation of how the Cranberries make me feel. Whenever I'm listening, it just makes me feel like I'm floating, like I'm airy, like I'm I don't know. But at the same time, there's so much substance in the lyrics where you're just, I don't know if I'm gonna cry or take a nap and like have the best sleep of my life. But anyways, I want to go back a little bit. Her voice, I think she does something here that just, yeah. Anyways,
Oh, I thought the world of you. I thought nothing could go wrong, but I was wrong. I was wrong. If you could get by, trying not to lie. Things wouldn't be so confused, and I wouldn't feel so used. But you always really knew. I just wanna be with you, and I mean so deep. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it
mm,
linger? And I mean so deep. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it
man, I feel like we're all kind of listening, and like I said, it feels so airy. It feels so calming and just like like you can breathe clean air, and it's almost like rising from water when you're swimming and you take that leap up and you have a really really nice big gulp of fresh air. That's what listening to this makes me feel like like I'm letting go of a lot of weight, which is interesting. The song is very sad. I mentioned it in my first pause. It's not necessarily a happy thing. What we're talking about here, it's about being kind of like let on, having this feeling of like, do you have to let it linger? Like I'm a fool for you, and it almost seems like this game that this other person is playing with her, toying with her heart and her emotions, kind of keeping her off to the side, knowing that no matter what they do, no matter what they say, however they treat her, that she's always going to come back. And I've been there. We've all been there. It's kind of hard to get out of that toxic cycle, realize maybe I deserve better, realize your worth. It's really hard in that moment. It takes years, decades. Unfortunately, I have been there, and you really feel like, oh my gosh, why can't I'm just like lingering on this person's, finger. They have me, by the tip of their finger, and I will always come crawling back no matter how awful I'm treated. And it's interesting because as sad as that lyric is, as sad as that whole cycle is, when they sing and their voices, the strings, the bass, the guitar, the drums, everything, the, harmonies in the background were so, so beautiful. All of that. It's interesting because it almost feels like you're being whisked away. It's like you're gonna be okay. If you can resonate with this, you're gonna be all right. And hopefully this song makes you realize, like, you know what? I am like her in this song. I am the protagonist in this story, and I shouldn't let myself be, being lingered on or led on by someone else. Maybe I deserve better. And I don't know what it kind of made me feel like, you know what, it's going to be okay. It's almost like healing that a past part of me. And it was really, really soothing. It helps that her voice has so many beautiful layers to it, this uniqueness, this quality, richness, softness, airiness, everything about it. It's so comforting. When you hear a nice soft voice like ASMR, I guess, makes you feel like, oh, I feel relaxed. It's exactly what that is whenever I hear her singing. I feel like she could recite the alphabet and I would probably have the best sleep of my life. But yeah, another one you guys hit out of the park. I just felt like the whole time, like, man, I feel comforted. I'm feeling hurt and heartbroken for her, and for all those around me that are feeling this in my past self. But I'm also feeling like, you know what, it's gonna be okay, and I love that. I love that so much. This is a very special one. So, thank you so much for showing this to me. If you have any other cranberries you want me to listen to, as always, please let me know. If there's something you think is missing, please let me know in the comments below. If you did enjoy my reaction, my commentary, be sure to leave a thumbs up on this one. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss my musical journey ever again. I do also live stream on Twitch, though. Love to get to know you over there on Twitch. I do stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Love to get to know you guys a little bit better, but other than that, I do post daily here. So I'll see you tomorrow on the next video. In the meantime, take care of yourself and each other. Remember, I love you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.